The MXGP of Russia at Orlenok kicked off with MX2 race 1, and it was Jorge Prado who grabbed his 6th Vauxhall shot of the season, closely followed by his teammate Paul Jonas, Ben Watson, Jago Geertz, but he quickly lost out to Adam Sterry, but Sterry would fall a lap later. Jonas then made a move on his teammate at the start of lap 2 to take over the lead. Valandren thought he'd found his way past the number 19 of Thomas Kjær Olsen, but then ran wide on what were very tricky conditions early on. Henry Jacobi, though, his luck ran out on lap 3, out of 7th position. No points for the German, as Stefan Rubini for Silver Action KTM, riding 118, forced his way up the inside of Calvin Valandren on the HRC machine to go into 5th. But then, 3 laps later, the Frenchman would fall. He would lose a position, but gain it right back 2 laps from home to record his best career finish. Jonas, Prado and Ben Watson, your top 3 in race 1. MXGP race 1. Clement de Sal at the inside of Tony Cairoli, but it was the Sicilian who grabbed his 7th Vauxhall shot of the season. Just. De Sal, though, was well placed to go around the outside of Herlings, and then, by the end of the lap, found his way past Tony Cairoli to take over the lead. Paul Ann was in 4th position, closely followed by Jeremy van Horebeke, but then he got passed by Tim Geiser on lap 3. The Belgian got bumped down to 6th place as Geiser went through to 5th. The Montrenesi Kawasaki of Clement de Sal, though, was building up a lead at the head of the field, while the 2 Red Bull KTMs were trading plastic and banging bars as they fought over 2nd and 3rd. Julien Lieber, Romain Fevre, Jeremy Seewer, all in the mix, but in the end it was Fevre who came out on top in 7th. Lieber was 8th and Seewer was 9th. Herlings tried to have a last-ditch effort at his teammate, but in the end he had to settle for 3rd behind Cairoli, and it was a win for the first time in 10 months for Clement de Sal on the Montrenesi Kawasaki. MX2 race 2. This time, Paul Jonas lent on his young teammate as he closed down the gap in turn 1, came away with his 3rd Vauxhall shot of the season. Prado was there in 2nd. Watson was 3rd in the early stages, but then quickly lost out to the 747 of Michele Chervelin as Adam Sterry went for a bit of an off-track excursion. Henry Jacobi was battling on at the head of the field again, in and around the top 6 positions, but then he would fall just a couple of corners later. He would go down to 16th and remount to come home in 13th place on his STC race in Husqvarna. Jorge Prado was in 2nd, but wasn't able to do anything about his teammate Paul Jonas, but did keep the gap to a respectable 2 seconds for much of the race. Jonas was back to winning form, though. Thomas Kjær Olsen lost out to the number 10 of Calvin Valandren. Those two duking it out. Valandren eventually came home in 4th, behind this guy here for Martin Honda Racing, Michele Chervelin. Final lap, though, 2 corners to go, and almost a surprise end to the race as Prado tried to charge it up the inside of his teammate, but it was Jonas who hung on for the win. Prado 2nd, Chervelin 3rd, but Ben Watson came home in 6th, and that was good enough to get the Brit on the podium for the first time in his career in MX2, behind the 2 Red Bull KTMs of Jonas and Prado. The Khmer Yamaha, though, of Watson remains 4th in the championship as we head to Latvia, the next round of the championship, the home of Paul Jonas, who goes there with the red plate and 2 wins in his back pocket. That's 8 now for the Latvian in 2018.
Yeah, you know, after Italy and Portugal, I was really bummed about my riding, and I was really not happy. So after Portugal, I went straight back to Belgium and went straight back to work, and we worked on a few things. And I need to say huge thanks to Harry Everts and Willy Linder, my trainers. They, you know, they pushed me hard. It was tough, but you know, now you can see that it's all paying off.
MXGP race 2, Clement de Sal over on the near side. Found his way quickly up the inside of Tony Cairoli, and that would be a crucial move in the outcome of this Grand Prix. Jeffrey Herlings grabbed his 3rd Vauxhall shot of the season, though, and he was closely shadowed. Cairoli short on the finish line jump. That allowed Geiser to get through into 3rd right at the very first lap. Herlings led, though, from de Sal and Geiser, with Cairoli in 4th. Romain Fevre was in 5th for much of the race. Cairoli had this moment, though, shortly afterwards, and that allowed Fevre to get back into contention. And then the Sicilian was spooked. He tried to up the pace, but then he ended up going down, lose the position to the Yamaha Monster Energy machine of Roman Fevre, who eventually came home in third with a last lap pass on the 243 of Tim Geisser. The Slovenian for HRC eventually came home in fourth place. Tony Cairoli was too far behind to do anything, but Jeremy Seawer passed Glenn Koldenoff to take over eighth on the Wilvo Yamaha. Koldenoff eventually came home ninth ahead of the TM machine of Max Nagel. But Fevre got himself into third, DeSalle was second. Hurling's only mistake really came on the final lap, just a couple of corners from home. It was good enough, though, for Hurling to take another race win, but DeSalle, taking second in the race, ensured he would take Kawasaki's first Grand Prix win of the season. DeSalle's first win in 10 months, and it was his first win since here 10 months ago as well. So DeSalle, the first non-KTM winner in MXGP in 2018. And Hurling, though, extends his lead to 23 over Tony Cairoli. DeSalle is now back up to third. But DeSalle, Hurling, Cairoli, your podium here at the MXGP of Russia at Ardelenuk.
It's really nice, you know. It's true that I'm really happy that I'm the first one who win the GP, because I was all the time the orange guy. And yeah, definitely really happy. It was really a good weekend. You know, I started yesterday step by step, and then I had a really good day today. I'm with good stuff. It's really nice.